This video is sponsored by Squarespace.
Divine, let me tell you, that was divine. I want to share today my battle, my struggle, but my victory with being a perfectionist. Now, I believe there's a beauty to being a perfectionist, but I also believe there's a negative, there's an ugly, there's a beast to being a perfectionist. And this is something that we all claim, and a lot of times we claim with honor. I'm a perfectionist because it sounds good. We tell ourselves, I make things perfect, the best it could be, because there's a sense of pride in that. And there's nothing wrong with trying to do the best you can while you can. There's nothing wrong with trying to make something perfect to whatever your viewpoint is. But what I find is often we say we are perfectionists and we're not in motion, you understand? We're not expressing ourselves. 6 months later, a year later, or whatever it may be, we still haven't clicked publish on that video. We haven't started that business, or we just simply haven't taken that step into that thing that we know is going to transform our life, all because we say that we are perfectionists and we say it loud and proud. But today I want to share how I overcame being a proud perfectionist and finally got in motion, and within 18 months transformed my life in many ways, especially my online presence, right? Pretty much every social media platform I had a blow up, and that was all because I challenged myself on being a perfectionist. So quick little backstory. I've been creating for almost 10 years. You understand? It's something I love to do. And not on YouTube. I used to create a lot of stuff for other people and just, trying different things. And once I came to YouTube, I wanted to come and make things as great as they can be. I wanted to make it perfect, you understand? Because I wanted people to know that I was good, that I could edit, that I could shoot, that I could play with the colors and make them good. I wanted people to see the best also so they could have the best experience. But in hindsight, moving forward, I also realized I didn't want people to see me imperfect anyway, because I was afraid to allow my flaws to be seen. I was afraid for anyone to think of me less than. And I think that is a lot of our problems. We want people to see us in the best of light all the time, but that is simply not sustainable. And a lot of times your imperfections, they're imperfect to you, but to others, they're perfect. And this is something I learned on my journey. It all starts in the mind. It's a mindset. I remember about 2 years ago, not even maybe 2 years ago, I told myself, I'm just gonna make a video every single day, because I was just struggling with being a perfectionist. I'd be making a video and I say it's not there yet, and I wouldn't upload it, and then a week would go by, 2 weeks would go by, and I would say, nah, I don't even like this idea anymore. And I decided to flip the script, and I said, I'm just gonna create every single day, because through that, I'm not gonna have time to make things perfect. I'm gonna have to work with the restrictions I have and do the best I can while I can. And this really unlocked the shackles within my mind. And I found myself, when my back was against the wall with only 3 hours, I would just do the best I could with the time that I had. And I would press publish. And let me tell you, I didn't love every video. I still to this day don't love every video I put up, because I'm still a perfectionist in my mind. But I know sometimes things are good enough. But I want to talk about, how do we know when things are good enough, and when do we challenge ourselves to make things perfect? But to go back to the story, once I unshackled those locks within my mind and I started to create every single day, I realized all of my flaws, they weren't even flaws. A lot of you know I talked about I didn't like my voice before. I started to express myself more, and everyone's like, I love your voice, I love your voice. And I was like, you know what? I don't mind my tone of voice as well. My voice has actually matured over the years as well. Like if you look back at some of my older videos, like 3 years ago, when I look back at them, I'm like, oh, my voice has actually matured over the years. But I think the more I allowed myself to get on camera, allowed my flaws to be seen, what I thought was flaws, I had more love for my voice, you understand? So I created a better relationship with myself, and I started to see myself in a new light. And each one of us can do this if we start to unlock the shackles in our mind where we think we have to be perfect every single day. On this earth, we just want to be able to receive the real you. You understand? Nobody looks their best every single day. Everybody has bad hair days. You understand? LeBron James doesn't have an amazing game he doesn't make every basket. You understand? Jordan has lost games before. Drake, not every song he puts on the Billboard is number one. Although Drake gets a lot of Billboards, number ones. The point is, we have to do the best we can while we can. And being a perfectionist, if it's holding you back, we have to unlock that shackle and get in motion. I want to share with you what I told myself I was going to do. I basically said, everything I create online right now is my public drawing board. You understand? I'm sure we all have like drawing boards, or we've had journals where we have our ideas, and these are secrets to us, and these are our plans, and we don't share them. I flipped the script. I said, everything I do is going to be public. My podcast is a podcast that is every single day, 5 days a week. There's not enough time for me to write everything down, go through multiple drafts, scratch that out. No. I'm releasing real thoughts in real time, because I said, I'm gonna allow my current thoughts to be heard, my current thoughts to be seen. Everything I do is my public drawing board. I used to look at my Instagram before like a museum, like this was the final of perfection. And now it's like, no, you know what? This is what I'm thinking today. This thought may evolve, these colors here may evolve, but this is what I am today. And let me show you who I am today, flaws and all. And what I find is the things I think are flaws, people love. People love. When I started to get on camera and stuff, I never really loved my teeth. And I started to talk more on camera, and people message me, man, I love your teeth. I'm like, what? I don't even really like my teeth. And this is what I'm saying. A lot of the times we pick ourselves apart, thinking that we have all these flaws, all these imperfections that we are insecure about, not realizing that the real you right now in your current form is perfect. We want you who you are right now. And whatever you are trying to do, whatever you are trying to create, whatever you're trying to get jump started, yes, do the best you can, but realize you're going to get better in the process. Every time I upload a video, to me, it's more research. It's more of studying, learning what my audience likes, learning what you guys like, learning like, oh, they love it when we do this angle. They love it when we talk about these things. And instead of me trying to get everything perfect behind the scenes, I said, no. Let's just be in a constant state of expression. And because of that, I was able to double down and really take my content in a direction where, boom, it blew up. Because my goal isn't to make things perfect. My goal is simply to express myself. And through that, I reach perfection. Every few videos or every 7 videos or like every 10 podcasts, I always feel like I have a breakthrough. Sometimes I upload things I am not in love with, but that has made me a stronger creator, because in the past, I would make things I didn't like and I would put it to the side, and then I wouldn't create anything for 3 or 4 months. And then my spirit, my energy, the way I feel would decrease because I wasn't allowing myself to simply express, and I was creating all this stagnant energy. I'm somebody, I like to do my best. I like to make things look really good and feel really good. And I still do that. But sometimes I don't have the time to make things as perfect as they can be. So I make sure there's a balance, you understand? I make sure that I'm not getting lazy and I'm doing the best I can while I can. But I also make sure I'm not stopping myself because I'm insecure or I don't want people to see me in a lesser light or what I think is imperfect. Your insecurities, your flaws, those aren't your final form. Those are learning lessons right now, you understand? But the most important thing for you is to get in motion. It will transform your life no matter in anything that you are doing, you understand? The more you allow yourself to be seen, the real you, the more you're going to fall in love with yourself as well. Because you will realize again that your flaws aren't even flaws, you understand? They're part of your character. They're part of who you are. They make you who you are. And being in motion for me has been the number one thing for me to be able to transform a lot of different areas of my life, mainly my expression and being able to connect with so many of you. I would have never been able to connect with so many people if I continue to say, oh, no, this isn't right, or no, this isn't perfect. I said, no, I'm going to do something every single day, and I'm going to test myself. I did a photo shoot like a few weeks ago, and I didn't like the pictures. Now, this is the perfect example where sometimes, no, you got to be a perfectionist, you understand? Because if you know you can do better within the time restriction that you have, because I like to set time restrictions for myself. If you tell yourself you have a month to make a video, you're probably not even going to make the video until the last 3 days. Truthfully, you know what I'm saying? But if you tell yourself you have 24 hours or 36 hours to start that podcast, and you actually tell other people and they're counting on you, you're going to get it done because the accountability and restrictions are there. I work better with borders. And if you want to get through being a perfectionist, create borders for yourself. Stop making everything completely open and real wish-washy in the flow. No, artists and creatives or whoever trying to do whatever you're trying to build, entrepreneurs, you have to have discipline as well. You have to create accountability as well. But when I did this photo shoot not too long ago, I didn't like the photos, right? I didn't show up as my best self, you know? I was a little bit nervous, or I just wasn't comfortable. The flashes were going off. So I redid them. I said, you know what? I know how to be a perfectionist, and I'm gonna do better. So these were the ones I did at first. And you can see like my eyes are like all goopy there. I don't really look that good there. And there's just no energy in these photos. So I spent a day, I got a white backdrop, and I did photos myself. And I got these. And I'm really happy about these photos because the other ones, they weren't good enough. Sometimes to me, things are good enough. And sometimes, no, we gotta jump back into that perfectionist side of our brain and make it just right. So I took about 4,000 photos, trimmed those down in editing, then picked my favorite 10, edited those photos, and now I have a good group of photos that I can put into my new website, my Squarespace website, which this video is sponsored by Squarespace, the #1 platform for website domains, analytics, marketing tools to build a beautiful presence for your art, your creations, your business, whatever it may be. I've been using Squarespace for multiple years. I've set up multiple websites with like no real website experience, but Squarespace makes it so easy for you. That's why I love them. That's why they're a great sponsor. And one of the features, actually 3 features I like from Squarespace that I'll be putting into my website. The first one is the Squarespace member area where my audience, my friends can now log in and they'll be able to receive exclusive content, guided meditations, long form content, whatever it may be. I'm still playing with the idea. Another product I love that they have is the extensions. So it allows you to implement products into your websites, gives you the marketing tools. You can sell whatever you want. I have tea, we about to be selling our own tea. I've been talking about it for a year. Trust me, we got it coming. Happy about that. Plus, it gives you the tools to make that possible. And also, I love how I can connect all my social media accounts, everything on the internet that I do to my website. So it makes it the perfect bridge. And anybody with a website, your website is like your home online. So being able to connect to everything else makes it a lot easier for your audience, for the people that tune into what you do. And I want to give everybody out there a special offer today. So go to squarespace.com for a free trial. And then when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/HINDZ and then you get 10% off your first domain or website. And trust me, it's a great platform, especially if you just need to do it yourself, make it look beautiful, get your presence glowing, and they help you make it perfect. Another thing for me when it comes to perfection is I love aspect of being a perfectionist because what it does for you as a craftsman, as somebody who is into self-mastery with the art or whatever it may be. To be a perfectionist, you have to take your time, right? You have to be patient. You have to pay attention to detail. That all takes a sound and a still mind. So to me, at times, I have certain projects where I will make sure it is perfect to my standards. Like I am analyzing the colors. I have commercials coming out for the podcast. We're really about to do a lot of crazy things with the podcast. And me and my brother Suf, we are going to make things perfect. You understand? We're going to make it look beautiful. But then there's certain things where I'm like, this is good enough, or let's stay in motion. Let's learn while we are going. The reason why my podcast is doing so well is because it wasn't perfect, but it was perfect. I had no fancy intros. There wasn't any guests. There wasn't any fancy sound effects. And that's what I wanted to do in the beginning. But I realized I wasn't going to be able to do that because I was restricted on time. So I just allowed my natural, raw essence self to be felt. And next thing I knew, my podcast is hitting 500,000 downloads a month. Thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people are tuning in. And in my mind, it's not even perfect yet, but people are receiving so much value. You see, when you hold yourself back because you are insecure or you think things have to be perfect, you are holding us back from receiving the real you, the glory. You don't know what we are going to love about you. You understand? We think we know everything, but in my experience with content creation, it's always a surprise. You understand? So I like to put out content and just see how y'all react and see how y'all vibe with it and fine tune my process. And then I'm getting better in real time. And there's no stagnant energy because I'm constantly expressing myself. And our highest form of nutrition is in our what? Is in our expression. So I am still a proud perfectionist, but I am proud to be in motion. You understand? Don't allow being a perfectionist to stop you. Don't allow it to be some type of badge of honor, but you're never clicking publish, or you're never starting anything, or you're never sharing anything with anybody. Allow your flaws to be seen. Allow your ideas to evolve in real time. Like I said, everything I do is like a public drawing board. I'm sharing my mind in real time, and I'm evolving these ideas. I'm evolving my content. Like I just got a new camera, and before fully learning the camera, I said, no, I'm just gonna put out videos, and I don't know exactly how I wanna color the footage yet because I'm in a new space and I got a new lens and a new camera, but instead of getting it perfect, the next 15 videos, the colors are probably gonna be quite different in every video because you know what? I'm gonna get better in real time so people can see the growth. And that's the best part, is when people can see you growing. Why do we do what we do? You understand? Everybody is here to help another person. And if you show up just perfect all the time, or what you think is perfect, or hold yourself back, we don't get to see the growth. We learn from each other's growth. That is the true glory in our stories. When you see somebody go from nothing to something, when you see somebody go from 3,000 subscribers 6 months ago to 450,000 subscribers, we love to see the growth. So show us your growth. Stop being a perfectionist if it's holding you back. Once you get in motion, once you teach yourself that you can show up for yourself, you can get consistent, you can actually do the best you can while you can, allow yourself to be seen, allow your flaws to be seen, then you can also double down and get things perfect because you have both skills pretty much mastered. You understand? And that's what I love to do now. Now I have certain projects again that I'm going to make sure they're perfect so I can be proud of myself as an artiste, you understand, as a craftsman. But I also have projects that's more important for me to make sure they are in motion. I'm doing the best I can with them, but they're my public drawing boards, you understand? I'm letting these ideas fly, I'm letting things go, and I'm allowing people to see the flaws so they can connect with it any way they want to connect with it, you understand? So today I want anybody out there, this video may have been for one person, it may be for 10 people, but I feel like somebody was holding themselves back because they're trying to get it right. I was talking to my brother the other day, he's about to start making content, and he was asking me, yo, what do you think I should do? And I told him, do everything. Everything that's on your spirit, everything that comes to mind, just create it. And over time, once you have more research, once you understand what you're doing, then double down and get it perfect. But for now, just let the ideas fly, because what happens, we have an idea, oh, that's not the right idea. Then we stop and we hold ourselves back. No. Act on those ideas. Act on those ideas. Get them in motion. And because you got in motion, That is what's perfect about you, and you will get better in real time, and you will transform your life, whatever you are doing. And most importantly, you will be expressing yourself. So you don't know in hindsight everything gonna be all right. It's a vibe thing, and you already know we powered by Cha. Get in motion, my friends. Each one of us, we gotta get in motion. Get rid of that stagnant energy, right? I'll see y'all very soon. We have lots to come. Thank you.